Elantris is Brandon Sanderson's first ever published work, and a Cosmere book at that, an expanding and connected universe that traverses multiple planets that all share the same source of magic for each of their very unique magic systems. It's often said that Elantris is his weakest work within the Cosmere, but today I'm here to argue that perhaps it isn't, albeit very briefly. Because this was a very enjoyable final read for me in 2022. Elantris as a book employs a structure that in itself makes for a very interesting and engaging read. For the majority of it, it cycles throughout three main points of view between Raoden, a prince who is quickly cursed, Serene, a princess who quickly becomes a widow, and Hrathen, a priest who needs to quickly convert an entire nation to his people's religion of Shudereth. Most of the book takes place within the city of Kay, which is directly adjacent to the once prosperous, once magical, but now cursed wasteland of Elantris. The stakes are high as you learn the scope behind Hrathen's plans, and the timetable is quickly underway, wasting very little time in the book's opening. While the action is very minimal within this book due to its primary focus on politics and smaller scale stories of its characters, when action does arrive, it keeps you on the edge of your seat as you learn more and more about the magic system alongside its key protagonists. The book is longer, much longer, than most authors' debut novels, but the pacing here assists in distracting the reader from that fact. It reads quickly as you jump from one POV to the next, and things happen consistently, adding to that continuous sense of urgency. The writing itself suffers very minimally from it being an early Sanderson book. It's clear he has a few things left to polish as an author, but it remains on par with premier epic fantasy novels. And the themes this book explores make it doubly more enthralling as it dives into and sets up themes that Sanderson has revisited in countless books since, those of hope in a place devoid of it, testing faith and challenging others, and exploring new worlds through fresh eyes. Of course, none of this would work without proactive characters, both good and bad, that add to the sense of stakes and exploration of these themes. It can be said that these are not Sanderson's strongest characters, but in my opinion, they are nowhere near his weakest. They have agency within the story, they're interesting to listen to and observe, and many people will relate to their individual struggles. Lastly, we come to the setting, the world of Cell. I think Sanderson does a fine job with setting up this world, as well as the constructs and concepts of the Cosmere. There's a good vision of culture and religions within this book, while still leaving room for more depth within subsequent novels. And while the magic system is not his strongest within the Cosmere, it definitely grabs your attention as it becomes clear just how much left there is to discover. Overall, the book is an excellent addition to Sanderson's archive. It has beautiful writing at times, it has intriguing politics and ever-growing challenge within fantasy, and it leaves the door open for much more to come, both for the world and its players. It earns an 8.5 from me, as well as a solid recommendation. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this book, and tell me if you're participating in the year of Sanderson, which for future listeners is 2023. I've got a ton more book reviews on this channel, both full reviews and 2-minute reviews such as this one. If you're a fan of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror, there's a good chance you'll find something you like. But that's it from me. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all next time.